Join me as I dive deep into the life of Ibrahim Traore to see if he really can be the new Sankara of revolutionary change. Captain Ibrahim Traore has been making headlines as the new leader of Burkina Faso, and many are wondering if he can bring about the kind of revolutionary change that Thomas Sankara brought to the country back in the 1980s. For those who may not know, Thomas Sankara was a Pan-Africanist and Marxist who led Burkina Faso from 1983 until his assassination in 1987. He's still celebrated as a hero in Burkina Faso and across the continent for his efforts to empower the poor and challenge Western imperialism. Burkina Faso is facing a plethora of socio-political challenges that have been plaguing the country for years. Corruption is rampant, with many government officials lining their pockets with public funds. The economy is struggling, and many Burkinabés are finding it hard to make ends meet. Public dissatisfaction with the government has been growing, and many are feeling frustrated with the lack of progress being made. One of the most significant challenges facing Burkina Faso is the lack of access to basic services like healthcare and education. Many communities in rural areas are forced to travel long distances just to access basic healthcare, and education is often of poor quality. The government's failure to address these issues has led to widespread discontent, and many are calling for change. The country's youth are particularly disillusioned with the government, feeling like they have no future to look forward to. Unemployment is high, and many young people are forced to leave the country in search of better opportunities abroad. This brain drain has meant that Burkina Faso is losing some of its brightest and best minds, further exacerbating the country's problems. In recent years, Burkina Faso has also been struggling to deal with the threat of terrorism, particularly in the north of the country. The government's response has been criticized for being heavy-handed, leading to human rights abuses and further alienating local communities. Ibrahim Traore's policies and actions so far have been closely watched by many who are wondering if he can bring about the kind of change that Thomas Sankara brought to the country. One of the key areas where Traore has been making an impact is in the fight against corruption. He's launched a series of investigations into corrupt government officials and has even arrested some high-ranking officials accused of embezzling public funds. Traore's commitment to stamping out corruption has been welcomed by many who see it as a key step towards restoring trust in the government. He's also been working to improve access to healthcare and education, recognizing that these are critical areas that need to be addressed if Burkina Faso is going to develop. One of the most striking things about Traore's leadership is his willingness to listen to the concerns of ordinary Burkinabés. He's been holding regular town hall meetings where he listens to people's grievances and responds to their concerns. This kind of engagement has been praised by many who see it as a refreshing change from the more authoritarian style of leadership that has characterized Burkina Faso's politics in the past. Traore's commitment to revolutionary change is perhaps best demonstrated by his decision to nationalize several key industries, including the mining sector. This move has been seen as a bold step towards reducing Burkina Faso's dependence on foreign powers and empowering local communities. One pivotal moment in Traore's leadership came when he announced a major overhaul of the country's education system. Recognizing that education is key to unlocking Burkina Faso's potential, Traore has launched a series of reforms aimed at improving the quality of education and making it more accessible to all. This has been welcomed by many who see education as a critical area that needs to be addressed if Burkina Faso is going to develop. The public response to Traore's leadership has been overwhelmingly positive, with many seeing him as a breath of fresh air in a country that has been plagued by corruption and mismanagement. His commitment to change has inspired a new generation of Burkinabés who are eager to get involved in politics and make a difference. Traore's leadership has the potential to have a significant impact on Burkina Faso's future and could potentially usher in a new era of revolutionary change. If he's able to stay true to his principles and deliver on his promises, he could become a hero to many, just like Thomas Sankara before him. So what do you think about Ibrahim Traore's leadership? Do you think he can bring about the kind of revolutionary change that Burkina Faso needs? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about other revolutionary leaders, be sure to check out my previous video on the topic.